No, today, well, I've been kind of worn out. That's usual the day after going through, doing all that walking and everything. But I had it in my back and I figured, well, that's par for the course. But now I've just got it right in here. And I wonder if that isn't because of, when I had to breathe so hard and do that pursed breathing because it was low, if it didn't just irritate there a little. So that's just part of it, it's not terrible. It's not catching my breath. It's just hurts. There's Joe. Come here. Here's our birthday boy. You have to squat down a little.
Hello.
Hi. Happy birthday. To him.
Yeah.
They're going to all be wanting to say happy birthday to you.
Oh, yeah?
Is that hurting your leg?
Not yet.
Oh, that's good. Oh, see, even Rosie wants to give you a kiss.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to me.
I'll see you later.
Okay.
You go get that leg comfy. Back. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
We enjoy that. Wasn't that nice? He came in so we could wish him a happy birthday. And just so that he could say hello. Hi, I got to kiss Joe. Oh, Rosie, you're such a corny thing. I don't know what that means, but I got to kiss Joe. And then I got to help her hug him. I didn't. I'm a boy. I stayed out of it. It wasn't because of that. It was because you were on my other arm. Okay. I'll admit it. Oh. Different type of a project tonight. Project? Well, I said I was going to do some beadwork. I can't help with that. No, you can't. Neither can I. No. So you're going to have to sit this out in your dog houses. Or your dog house. No, Rosie's dog house. Because yours is a little bit off to the corner there. That's fine with me. Me too. We'll just play. We'll see you later, guys. This is my plan. And of course I'm not going to get through all of it tonight. I'm just going to start it so you see what I'm going to do, and then when it's done at some point I'll show you the finished product, which hopefully won't be long. Do you remember the cutout cards we used to do? Or not the cutout cards. The sew cards we used to do when we were kids. Where they'd have the holes and they'd be already punched out, and we would get this almost like a shoestring, or we could use yarn or whatever, and we would, string it through the holes. Well, this is similar to that. I'll show you what I've done. Okay, I've drawn out the jack-o'-lantern, and I've put all those little dots on. Now, some of those dots I'm not going to use because they went straight through the mouth, but the idea is I'm going to try and use those, but I'm going to use these little tiny silver beads. You see, I'm determined to use up some of these beads somehow. And I still have a great plenty, so I'm not afraid of running out. So what I'm going to do, because I'm using a needle and thread, and for any of us who have worked with with paper and with needles, we know that, well, for one thing, the needle punches a hole through it, which is it's supposed to. But the other thing is, thread can be just a little sharp when it comes to paper. Not only can it kind of pucker it, but it can also tear through. So, now where did it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, and I kind of cleaned up my area here and sort of sorted it out. I sort of sorted. So, I'll glue stick what I can of this down, and then later we'll get a start on it, and that's probably about as far as we'll get. but we will get a start on it. Hopefully I won't have to come back and find the Elmers and Elmer this down, but because I don't know. But this fabric may just absorb too much of this. We'll have to see. It doesn't seem to be. What does purple on blue make? Darker purple. It's got a purple color. So this fabric is not actually to show anything. It is to reinforce. You've heard of positive and negative reinforcement. Sorry, play on words. Anyway, this is to positively reinforce. I mean, positively, that is the real reason. I'm positive of it. Okay, enough. Enough. Hopefully that will be enough to hold it on the paper. It is a heavy stock. It's not the cardstock, it's the cover stock. Cardstock tends, it's very thick as far as papers go, and I don't even like to use it for cards. For some things, yeah, it's okay. But when it came to making cards and stuff and other things, I've gone to using the cover stock because it just, oh boy, it folds so much nicer, and it just, everything's so much nicer. Here's my project. And so we're going to sew it on for now. The paper will sew on. I mean, the fabric will sew on. But we'll see later what we have to. Okay. Hold it this way. I'm going to poke through from this end. I'll just start up here on the stem. Oh, that is thick. Okay. Okay, there it is. I'll take, I just hope my needle isn't, I picked a needle that had a large eye because I have trouble threading a needle. So I hope the eye isn't too big to go through here. Nope. Through just fine. And then I will just go a little ways from that. And this is why the fabric is kind of important, because if this was just the paper, this would rip right through. But it does make it a little difficult. For one thing, my fingers are slipping on that. There. Now wait a minute, how'd that happen? Oh, Glenda, no. I hope this undoes it. Yeah, okay. Somehow I got my thread in between there. Okay, there's what I plan to do. And with the paper, or the fabric reinforcing it, the thread is here instead of pulling through the paper. Okay. As I always say, I don't do how-to, I do experiments. And if they work, then you can look at them as a how-to. I just put a knot in my thread. My mom always told me that's what's going to happen when you use too long a thread. And I did. Oh, she tried to teach me. Okay. is where I'm having... I gotta make sure I don't tangle up in the other ones. Okay. That's what we're doing. And I'm hoping when it's done and I get a light on it, it shines. And then maybe I'll put it in the window for Halloween. Good night. Good night. Don't let the bugs bite. Good night. Good night. Sleep till the daylight. Good night. Good night. Don't let those ghosties scare you. Good night. Good night. Till the goblins go away. Well, it didn't rhyme, but it's okay.
You just rhymed it.
Okay. Oh. Good night, everybody. Do subscribe, please. And give us a thumbs up. I like the likes. Make sure you click on that notifications button so that you'll get notified when we next upload. And so you can see how this pumpkin comes out. It's going to take me a while. Anyway, and we will see you mañana. Mañana. I don't know how to sing the song, but I don't think you do sing the song. Anyway. Tomorrow. We'll see you mañana.